Alright, we're gonna try this again. I recorded this already and then it turned out that it wasn't working. Well, it was, but my thing ran out of memory, so it only went for a little bit. Hi, Melina here, and I haven't done a comic haul slash pull list thing in a while. My last one I did was in October, and then in November I didn't feel like I got enough things to do a full-blown kind of video out of it, so I saved what I got from November and put it aside to haul it later, and then so this is everything that I obtained in November and December that is comic related. So I have manga, trades, and single issues. Let's get started. The first ones that I want to address here, because I have the least amount of them and they're beautiful, is the manga that I got. I got volumes 4 and 5 of Death Note, the black editions, and the thing about this is I only have volume 1, like, I only had that before this, but we got at my store these traded in, and they're, like, practically new, and so I picked up these two, and I just immediately bought them, and now, like, I still need 2 in between to fill out the gaps, but this is one of my all-time favorite manga series, and just to get the black editions for that cheap, I was like, I need to do it. So, yeah. Because we got them traded in, like, a lot of them, like the second and third one too, but they looked like they had been, like, run over by a car, and I was like, it would bother me too much, and I would just end up in the future rebuying them, so I didn't want to waste money, so, but these were, like, in pristine condition. Next, let's get to the trades, and if you've seen any of my comic videos, you'll know that I have a problem when it comes to Marvel. I love Marvel so much that a majority of my collection is Marvel, and that can be said here. I have 5 Marvel trades, and 2 of them were because my job has recently just looked at stuff that we've had for a couple years now that hasn't really been moving, and we have marked it down for $1, and for that I pay like 70 cents or something because I have a discount. So the 2 that I got, this one is Mary Jane Volume 1. I read the Mary Jane, like, novels that they have. I read those when I was, like, in middle school, and I really loved them. I grew up with the original Spider-Man, like, trilogy movies, so I've always been a Mary Jane girl. I've always loved her so much, and, yeah, I think this one is kind of strange, because I believe I looked at it, and she's, like, dating Harry, so we're gonna see, and, yeah, I'm excited. I like the cover, and it's, like, a baby one, like, it's short, but, you know, I'm excited for it. Next here, we have Lockjaw and the Pet Avengers Unleashed. I love Lockjaw. I discovered Lockjaw, this, like, big pup right here, when I was reading the Miss Marvel comics. But the thing is, I was like, do I really want, like, a whole trade of just nothing but, like, talking animals? Even though I love animals, and I love talking animals and stuff, I was like, I don't know. But then I started flipping through it, and there's this frickin' gorgeous pink-haired unicorn that is, like, in a majority of this, just killing people and slaying my existence, and I was like, I'm gonna get it for Lockjaw and that unicorn. And then I bought it. It was $1. So I could justify it. Oh, and another one that I think was, like, $2, because it was a bigger size, but it was still part of, like, our used clearance ones that have been there for a while, is, the Emerald City of Oz. This is one of the later books of the Wizard of Oz series by L. Frank Baum, made into this, like, gorgeous, like, art style and stuff. I love the art from these. If you watch a lot of my book hauls and stuff, one of my all-time favorite classics, movies, musicals, I'm obsessed with anything that has to do with the Wizard of Oz. I own so many different editions of the Wizard of Oz, and, obviously, since I'm a very comic-loving person, I needed to get this. I have some of the single issues of the adaptation of the first one, but I wanted to get this one to kind of get further story and still have it in those cute things. And then we have full-price ones, but ones that we got marked down, so they were like $3 each, I think. And I was freaking out. This first one here I already read, but I need it because, like, she is one of my all-time favorite comic book characters ever, and that is Kamala, Miss Marvel. This is volume 3. Yeah, I got it for $3 because apparently I forgot to take off the sticker. I have volume 2 in hardcover. My sister got it for me, and it's gorgeous. But I got this one because I needed what comes after that, and we got Volume 1 traded in recently, and I think I'm gonna buy that when I get paid, because then I'll have like the first 3, and I love her so much. I want to be her, you know, and I just think this cover is gorgeous, by the way. You can see she has like the henna, and it's just, I love it so much, and I was excited. And then, I don't know if I've ever mentioned this in any of my comic videos, but, hold on. Okay, one of my all-time favorite comics that I discovered like last year or the year before was, The Young Avengers, Volume 1. I was like, it's just a bunch of like teenagers with superpowers. Most of them are queer. My favorite character, like, one of my favorite characters ever was discovered in there, which is America, freaking a Latina lesbian who kicks ass and is like hardcore feminist, and she's just everything that I am or want to obtainably be in life. And I had only read the first one, the first volume, Style Over Substance, and I wanted to get more into it. And then this one was like $1 or $2 more than the Miss Marvel one, but we got volume 2 in, and I was freaking out. And then later, a lady came with her daughter, and they were looking for them, and I was like, they're on sale, by the way, because I felt safe recommending this because I had already secured my own copy. That's it for Marvel. Next here, I actually have my first ever trade graphic novel arc. This is called Afar. I've never heard of it before, but it has this gorgeous lady of color on the cover, and it's from Image, and I've loved everything that I've ever picked up from Image, so I have a feeling that I'll like this. And the art is like really gorgeous and like galaxy-esque, and yeah, I don't really know much about it. It came out in March of 2017, and my sister had it. She picked it up when our store got it in because she really wanted it, and it was before I worked there anyway. And then I guess she just realized that she was never going to pick it up, so she's like, here, do you want this? And I was like, yes. So, there you go. And then the last trade that I have here before I go into the single issues, I picked up at Dollar Tree. Apparently, now they have graphic novel adaptations of some classic books and stuff. So they had Something Wicked This Way Comes by Ray Bradbury. I like the cover. And I know that it's like a horror classic that this is based off of, which I love, like anything horror, movies, books, and all that stuff. Plus, I was holding this, and I was holding the Martian Chronicles because I really wanted to get into that book by Ray Bradbury, and I was like, maybe I can see if I'd like it through the graphic novel. But what tipped it over the edge for me to get this one, because I could only get one at the time, because even though it's Dollar Tree, don't always got that, like, money to spend on comics. I love the title, because, they do, like, in Charmed, like, spin-off, like, puns of, like, different, like, pop culture things, and then they twist it and make the title of one of the episodes out of that. So the pilot of the show is called Something Wicca This Way Comes, and it's just been one of the most iconic things I've ever seen, and it tipped the scale for me. So I picked that one up. Next, I have 3 comics that I got for free from my job, because we had some leftover ones from events that we've done. So these were leftover ones that we had from the Halloween event that we did, where we like gave out free comics. These were leftover ones that I did not pick up when we actually did the Halloween event, and then later, I think in November, I picked a few up. I have Archie's Madhouse Returns, because I pick up anything Archie if it's free, if it costs money. And I think it's gorgeous. I'm obsessed with Halloween, so having them in costumes, I just needed to get it for the cover. Next here we have Boombox's Some in Haunted Evening 2017. And Boombox is one of my all-time favorite publishers, aside from, like, Marvel. I think it's, like, my second favorite, or within the top, like, 3 or 4. Because it's cute, it's queer, and it's just everything I need in life. So, this has features from, like, Goldie Vance, I believe, possibly. And then it has, like, Lumberjanes and all the classics. So, got this one. And then I got Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. I have Pokemon manga, which is, like, this is, like, a sampler of, I think, like, a new manga that they were releasing. So I was like, why not? And then last here, which is one that I'm probably the most excited about, because I think it's gorgeous, is this Ghostbusters one. Now, if you guys know me, I've never seen the original Ghostbusters before. I became obsessed because of the Lady Ghostbusters that came out recently. And so this one, I think to appease, like, original fans and new fans alike, has, like, both of them. Like, it has the men and it has the women. And the art style is, like, gorgeous. So, I wanted to get, like, into this one. Maybe I'll end up liking the original characters as well. But even if I don't, it has some Lady Ghostbusters up in there. And now, last one, single issues that I paid for. I have one from Marvel, one from DC, 2 Image, and 1 Archie Comics, so it's kind of just a whole melting pot of stuff. The first one here is probably the most expensive one that I picked up out of the single issues, and that is Betty and Veronica Vixens, issue 1. I needed to get it because of that gorgeous cover, and the art inside is gorgeous, and I love them, and it's a new run, so I'm like, why not? Then the Marvel title I got was Spider-Man Deadpool number 15. I don't know if this fills in any gaps I have. I've been trying to collect all of the single issues of the series, but then once I got behind, it just felt like it kind of snowballed, and now there's so many issues out of this. But I want to, like, one day kind of just try to fill in everything until I have everything that's out so far, and then I can just binge read what I'm behind on. Because this is one of my all-time favorite ongoing series, and I'm disappointed in myself that I got behind on it. You know, if you like Spider-Man and Deadpool, I feel like everyone loves them, and you've probably heard of the series. But yeah, you should check that out. And the DC title I have here is Mortal Kombat X, issue 7. I'm obsessed with Mortal Kombat. Hello, I was named after one of the characters. And I have a trade of Mortal Kombat X. I don't know if I lost it or not in the move, which kills me if I do. I did. But I have a couple single issues from the covers that I think are gorgeous, and look at this. It is Cassie Cage, Johnny Cage, and Sonya Blade. Like, it's like a little, like, badass, like, family portrait, and I just needed this in my life. So as soon as I seen it, it was $1, and I was like, I'm getting this. And then speaking of ones that are marked as $1, I think I got them for like 30 cents or something though. I have some Image Firsts. I have 2 Image Firsts, and then that's about it for this. I have issue 1 of Paper Girls. I've heard a lot of good things about this, and I know that this is by Brian K. Vaughan, and recently I read Saga, and it was one of the most incredible things that I've been exposed to in a long time, so I wanted to get into this as well. Plus, my sister likes it, and she said it's good, and I trust her. And then last here, I have Bitch Planet, issue 1. I got issue 2 for free at this event that took place in October, I think, and I was like, that's great, I have issue 2 because I've been really wanting to get into the series, but I was like, but now I need to get issue 1, and then I seen it for really cheap, and I'm like, now I own the first 2, and I'm going to read through them, and yeah, this is like about feminism and different women of different sexualities and races just being put on this planet for being insubordinate, and it's very feminist, and I'm like, I just need this in my life. If you don't know me, I'm really political in that way. And that's about all of the comics that I've obtained in whatever time period that, like, the past 2 months. And yeah, if I obtain any in January, which I'm pretty sure I will because we've gotten some really good stuff in, I will let you know. If you liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe if you'd like to see more of my content. Goodbye.